Oh, you've got 10 more minutes, okay? Is it live yet?
Yeah.
Oh, good.
I don't know how to get people on here, but it's live.
Do you have to give them the link?
I tried to give them the link. I don't know how to like invite people, but I don't know what these symbols mean.
Cool beans.
Hmm. Like I don't even know what the name of my studio is or whatever they call it. Oh, there's one person in. Oh, maybe that's me. Perhaps that is just me. Yeah, Luke is in. Luke is in. Oh, we got others as well. We're up to 4. All right. I wasn't sure if this was going to work, people. Notice I got my signage, but I see it's backwards for my window. I don't know if it's backwards for yours. Yeah, Mora is on. Let's go. Ben is in. I hope you guys are ready. I'll give you a few minutes to I mean, we've still got 8 minutes before this thing starts, so I hope you've got your war room set up. I've got my brackets here printed out so I can cross you guys off as you're selecting them. No pressure. It's only one of the most important decisions you'll make this week. Got my 4. I'll cross them off as we go. I wish we could do this fully live because then you could talk well, but oh, it's not backwards for you. Okay, good. Oh, it is for me. And it didn't print in color either. I think I'm out of color ink. So, does everyone feel good about the process? You guys know how this is all going to work here? Just type right in that comment thing if you have any questions about how this is going to all operate. I need like a timer. I need like a timer. Oh, now there's only 3 of you. Hope everybody's doing good. I mean, it's a perfect day to do a live draft. It's rainy. You can't be outside anyway, so it's quite perfect. I think I'm going to use a little timer. I'm just going to use this guy to make a timer. What do you think? Do you think 3 minutes in between pick is enough? Somebody chime in. Just the drafting. No, just the drafting today, Michaela. Ooh, I got a call from our guest analyst today, which will be Mr. Cirillo. Mr. Cirillo, you're on the live draft. You're on the stream right now. Like I am on the phone with you while I'm live streaming the draft. Did it work? Did you get in? Because there's a bunch of kids in. Yeah, yeah. Oh. All right. So you be ready because, as you guys know, Mr. Cirillo will be our guest analyst to, from time to time, check in on your picks and give you some expert analysis about whether you made the right choice and not. It's going to be great. All right. So huh? No, I can't hear them, but they can type. Are you on it? They can type in the live chat. I feel like an old man, like you guys were watching this going like, these guys are idiots. All right. So you good? Well, you don't need to be on the live draft. You just need to be on the document. Did you open the document where all the drafting's going down? I shared that with you. All right, so as long as you're on that, when I call you, I'll put you on like speakerphone or whatever, and then you can do your commentary. I don't know if it's going to work, but we're going to try it. Hang up and just be on the line. Get ready for some phone calls from here and from time to time. I mean, it's not like you're busy, right? Okay. All right. Good. All right. I got to go. Bye. All right, people. Sup, homies. So you think 2 minutes is good, Maura? Let's do 2 minutes per between picks, and we'll be gracious. You know, if you go over the 2 minutes, you know, it's okay. We'll survive. All right, so it looks like there's only 5 people currently in. I can't click on this and see who's in, which is kind of annoying, but I guess that would be, oh wait, participants. Yeah, okay, so we got Ben, Amelia, Luke, Michaela, and Maura. There's 5 of us. Okay. You guys all ready? Who knows who they're picking with their first pick? That's what I want to know. Go ahead and put it right in there. Who's picking who with their first pick? Some of you may just be winging it completely, which is fine. You know, I want to know who's going to be bold enough to pick a term that was in period 8, which we didn't cover. That's what I want to know. Oh, I see a lot of people are on the draft document. You know what I'm going to try? You guys have that little Google chat or a push chat thing you got going on. Make sure people get up in there. Get them in here. Oh, we're up to 9. Here we go. We're halfway home. We're halfway home. Let's see who our participants are. Actually, we're down to. No, I don't see anybody. Well, listen, we're going to go to about 1 o'clock, and then we'll see who's in and who's not in, and then we'll just commence the draft. But I don't want to start without anyone. This should go fairly quickly, too. I mean, I'm hoping, it'll go kind of quick. Logan is in. Let's go. Is that Gandalf? That's Gandalf, right? Gandalf the Grey. I prefer Gandalf the Grey over Gandalf the White. Everyone does. All right, let's see what we got here, people. I'm just clicking around at the documents to make sure that I have quick access to the documents. We need our number 1 drafter here. Ava's got the first pick. Get her up in here. Let me know if anybody's having. Okay, Trish is in. Nice. Dan is in. Yes. We've got 10 people. We need 8 more. Isn't this better than just drafting it on the document? I guess we don't know yet because we haven't tried it, but I think it's going to be better. Chloe's in. That's what we're looking for. Anybody, did you guys see how I set up the first round anyway? The first round is going to take the longest because that's, all 64 terms going after each other. But do you guys have any questions about the starter kit thing, like the slides with all the setups? Is that making sense? And we have any questions about how the draft is actually, or the tournament's actually going to work? Mora, are we commenting our picks on this live stream? Yeah, that's what I'm doing, and you can too. Feel free to chime in and talk some appropriate smack or congratulate a good selection. But really, I'm just gonna commentate as you guys go, just to make sure everything's going well and to give you guys some insight into the picks you made. We got Alex in, Annette's in. I'm just missing 4 people. Are we voting for the winner, Dan? You will be, but this afternoon, we're just going to draft our selections. So you're going to get your 3. I feel like I should be looking here instead of here. You're going to be picking your 3 selections. So everyone once this is over, everyone will have their 3 selections. Then you can spend the next, what do you think, week? You think by today's Thursday? Do you think by Monday you can have your 3, Monday or Wednesday? I mean, we want to do this kind of quick. I would say let's see how this goes. But once you have your 3, then you can go back to that spring 2020 Tournament of America starter kit. And then you can, in the white box, that's the room you have to defend your selection to make it sound like it's the most impactful of all time. And then we'll worry about how the battles are going to go. But today's just about making our picks, if that makes sense. Caitlin just woke up. Okay, good. Well, she's up, and let's go. Legendary commentary. So far, probably not, but there will be. Do we choose who we battle against, Trish? No, do not. If you go to the brackets, you'll see what's going up against what. So, like, for example, if you go to the social region, you'll see that in round 1, it's the Civil Rights Act versus the Prohibition. So whoever drafts the Civil Rights Act will then battle whoever picked Prohibition face off. But we're going to do the face off just on the slide. So I don't know exactly how that's going to work, but that's how we know. And whoever wins that then moves on. So if you go to the brackets, in the starter kit, you'll kind of see how it, like who you will be facing as you go. If you end up advancing, right? Now, if your term gets eliminated, you're still involved in the voting process and all that stuff, and you still have like 2 terms left. But there will come a point when, where there's only a couple people with terms left, and once that happens, things will be a little different. But anyway, let's just try this out. See what we got. Thank you, Ava. Just to make it a little more official, Any other questions? Just giving it. No, it's pretty good commentary. Oh, thanks, Ava. Thank you. I'll do what I can. Need a haircut. I was thinking about buzzing, keeping the beard buzzing. What are your thoughts, everybody? Chime in on that. That's an important question. Buzzing. All right, listen, we're at 14 people. We need who? Caitlin, we need. Who else is not in here? Let me see if I can look at our participants list, which doesn't seem to be full because what are we missing? No, Alex? No. On the buzz. Keep it. All right. Ben, no. Ooh, resounding. Keep them coming. I think we'll give it a few more minutes just to see who's coming in. I don't know about the buzz, but you have to keep the beard. Keep the beard.
Okay, yeah, so I see today's is done.
By the way, this is my go-to beverage for the, you ever have this? Orange Dry? It's like a seltzer, but it's better. So get yourself some of this stuff. Polar Orange Dry. Delicious. My favorite. Refreshing. That's what it is. How are we going to vote? Are we going to be filling out forms? Chloe, I'm not exactly sure. I'm not exactly sure. If you go to the starter kit, you'll see that on the battle slides, like they're color coded. There's like this win thing. Like for example, if you go to slide 3 right now, if you're able to do that, you can see you can like move the win thing over here. So like whoever wins, gets this over here. So how are we going to vote? I think what we'll do is once everyone gets a chance to post their defenses, then I'll make a form for round 1 battles. Do you know what I mean? And then you can kind of go through and vote on who wins those battles. I mean, really though, it's more about the battle than the winner. That's where the review really comes in, right? Just the whole process of doing this is review. That's kind of why I wanted to do it. Your grandmother drinks those? Well, she knows what's up. It's the best. I switched over to the diet Polar. You know what I mean? Tastes the same. They only come in an 8-pack though. That's annoying. How are we going to vote? Okay. All right, now listen, we're not all here. Who do we have a Max? We got Max up in here. Let me see if anybody's asking questions on the live stream. Oops, 6 class comment. I'm having trouble getting into it, but Ava, you're in. It's not working for me or Logan in, but you're in. Kylie Bernier can't get in. Kylie's having trouble looking it up. Let's see if we can get Kylie up in here. Let's see if we can get Kylie in here. Oscar's confused. Oh, Max is in. Nice.
And that's it. My computer is literally in the center of my house.
It's diet carbonated flavored water, Dan. So it's a sparkling beverage is what it is. Real juice, though. So we got that going for you. All right, we got to get Kylie in here. Let's see. I'm going to put a comment for Kylie. We knew we were going to have some issues, so just be patient. What's the name of the channel? Maybe I could through that. Did you guys all get in using the link? I don't even know what the channel is called. Thomas Lavoie, I think, maybe? I don't know. Let me see. Let's type this in here for Kylie. All right, Chloe, good advice. Okay, it's just like being in class. Doesn't it feel like we're in 229 right now? It does. Except it's very one way here. I did ask if we could do like a Google Meet with everybody, you know, going on there. We just can't. So LinkedIn Classroom is your personal live stream editing link that we can't access. Oh, I see. Okay, so maybe this will work. Thanks, Max. It's my first go around through this thing.
And there's the list right in the doc about what has to be included. So you just go like, check.
All right, let's see what we got here.
That's all. If one student is working on the title of the video.
Oscar's in. Caitlin is lost, but you're in though. You're in the live stream, so you're halfway home. Kylie's in. I think we're all here. I believe we're all here. All right, so let's start this thing. Now, just to recap, okay, just in case you're still confused, here's, excuse me, what you should have in front of you. You got this live stream going. There's 2 documents that you need only. One is that starter kit. Remember that thing that everyone's been editing here? That gives you all the brackets, okay? There's the 4 regions. There's the social region. I wish I could also cast my screen at you, but I can't do that at the same time. So you want that thing. Okay, that's got all the terms that you can draft from. And remember, you're picking 1 term from each region, okay? So you got 3 picks. You got to pick 1 from each region. You can't double dip in a region because then you'd be facing each other. Plus, we're trying to spread it out, all right? And so the other thing you got to have access to is the Tournament of America draft, the document that has the table where with everyone's names when they're picking. And then when you make your pick, you're literally going to type in right into the document. Like Ava goes first. She's got the first overall pick. She probably knows who she's taken. Once she's ready, she just starts typing into that document the name of the term she wants. And then after Ava goes, Luke will go and he'll type in his name. And as we go, I'll be crossing off the names on this thing, so we know that. And Ava's made her selection the first overall pick, which is really probably the best thing that you could do. I mean, I think there's no other place I would go. The Louisiana Purchase, okay, which is in the diplomatic region. Let's cross that guy off. Louisiana Purchase. Whoops. Louisiana Purchase has been selected. Let's get him out of there. The number 3 seed, gone. All right, Luke, you're up. You're up with the second pick. What will Luke do? I mean, you know my thoughts about the Louisiana Purchase, right? I mean, Mr. Cirillo, if you're watching, you know my thoughts about the Louisiana Purchase. I will destroy you on that. Nice job, Ava. You made me proud. I mean, there's a lot of ways you could have gone with that, but I like that as my number 1. Right? Now, against the war on terror, who knows? No, we haven't even gone over that. Probably what. And there's Luke with an amazing pick. An amazing pick. Now, remember, we're keeping those seedings where they were originally, even though you guys made great points. Just to keep it simple, Luke rolls in with Slavery, which inexplicably is a 13 seed, okay, in the economic region. She's gone. Maura's making her pick. Slavery as a 13 seed. Luke, that's a smart pick right there. Maura goes with Victory in World War II. And why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you go with Victory in World War II? Complete game changer. It changed almost everything for the United States. You can go all over the place with that. Michaela with Immigration. Good selection. I mean, immigration is something that is in American history throughout the whole span of time. So you can pull that in anywhere. I love that pick. That's a smart pick. Logan, Monroe Doctrine. Pulling in the Monroe Doctrine. I'm guessing you're doing that to talk a little bit about isolationism, foreign policy, since that was our policy for so long. Good pick right there. Good pick. Annette. Marbury versus Madison. I love it. I mean, it's the foundation of the Supreme Court, of the way our Constitution and government handles things. I think that's great. Marbury versus Madison selected. Well, we've already got another one. Dan goes in with nullification and secession. That's a smart pick because that's two things in one. It's a combo pack. Go a lot of places with that. Right? This is sweet. Good job. Good job. After the 10th pick, okay? No, wait, actually, everyone goes once. So once we get to Kylie, okay, we're going to do a quick pause. I'm going to get Mr. Cirillo on here, and he's going to give us some expert commentary on what he sees happening in the first round. Unless you're watching live, Cirillo, and if you are, call in. In fact, that's a good way to do it. If you see anything, call in. All right. Kevin's on the clock. Do we have Kevin up in here? Do we have Kevin? I thought I saw Kevin going. I thought I saw Kevin. I don't see him in the live chat stream. Anybody see Kevin? Listen, if we don't see Kevin, I'll make the pick for him. And I'll get him a good one. Caitlin, are you still lost? You feeling okay? Give me a little post up in this live chat thing. Can we choose from any of the 4 regions, Max? Yes, you can. Yes, you can. You can pick anything from any of the 4 regions. You just have to make sure you don't pick 2 things from the same region. It's the only rules. Okay, Caitlin. All right, Kylie, you can't find any of the documents. Here's where you go to Classroom, okay? You can't delete the documents. They're like they're on Classroom. So if you go to Classroom, you can find them all. There's Kevin. Oh, your Wi-Fi just cut out. Is there a pick you want to make? Why don't you type in the pick you want to make on your live stream chat right here, and then we'll just chuck it in the document for you. Can we highlight over ones that people already picked so we don't double pick? Yes. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. That's what I'm doing on this paper copy here. But you can do that on there. That's fine. You guys are full guinea pigs, by the way. This is the first time this has ever happened in the history of modern education. So you guys are really important. Playing Animal Crossing. Yeah. Listen, I know. I've been sweating that. So is my daughter. We don't have a Switch though, so you know what I'm saying. I'm stuck playing Madden 25 on the PlayStation 3. All right, let's check back on the doc. I'm like saying, Kevin, how you doing? Do you want us to pop in your selection? We can totally type it in there if you know who you're going to pick. If you don't have access to the documents. Kylie, how we doing here? Do you want me to try to reshare? Let me see if I can. I'll repost. How about that? Let me quickly repost the 2 documents. And then you can jump on them that way. What do you think about that? Let me try that. I'm just going to call it draft documents, and then you can jump in there. Okay. Let's see. We need this guy. And we need, hold on one sec, guys. Let me just pop this in. And we need this guy. All right. So, Kylie, if you go to Classroom, there's a new post that says draft documents, and you should be able to jam onto them from there. All right. Oh, I just got real close. That was weird. Kevin. Kylie, I just tossed it in there, so see if you can grab it now. Luckily, you're the last pick, so you've got some time. And remember, Kylie, you're the snake pick. You're like the linchpin, so you get to pick, and then you pick immediately again, 2 in a row, back to back, and then it swings back up. So. All right, how are we looking? Kevin? Kevin? you want us to just pick something? Like we can type it in for you, Kevin. Chloe, get ready because you're next with the 9th pick. Oh, no way, really? No. All right, maybe if I delete that. See if I can. You should be able to still edit it because you're still. Oh, ready? Hold on. I'm switching it right now. Edit. Hold on a second, guys. Tell me if that worked. And then I did that for the starter kit. Hold on. And for the doc thing, wait a second. Hold on. Let me see why I can't. Okay, hold on. Let me just grab this and edit. All right. Internal error. Okay, go see if you guys can edit it now. Let me go back to the live stream. Can you now? Try it now. I think I just went and set the stuff to so you can edit. See if you can still. Somebody type in there. Can you now edit the document? Can you? Yes, you're back in. You're back in. All right, crisis averted. All right, Kevin, the clock is ticking. You should be back in a minute. Just tell us what you want and we could type it in. Natural resources. All right. Let's type it in for him, and we'll figure out the other stuff. If somebody wants to go and put the numbers on there so we can keep going, go ahead. All right. Natural resources selected. Now, I mean, what is this country without the natural resources, right? You don't see the rise of big business without natural resources. And as a 12th seed, solid choice, right? I mean, if we didn't have all the coal, iron, lumber, all that stuff, then nothing is happening. So that's a good pick. You can battle that one. Civil Rights Act, Chloe. I mean, how does that last to 9? The Civil Rights Act. And it's a 1 seed, meaning it should be able to tear through this bracket. Good choice on that. Wyatt goes, and Wyatt goes with the 16 seed Prohibition with his first pick. And we have our first matchup, I think, right? Prohibition versus Civil Rights Act. Chloe and Wyatt, you're squaring off in round 1, right off the bat. I like that. That's brave. Yeah, Mora, that is a steal. I agree. Could be the steal of the draft. The number 1 seed lasting to number 9. Max, the rounds and stuff. No, I think once you get your pick, we'll give you a few days. Kylie, if you can't edit and that refresh thing doesn't work that Max just mentioned, you when it's your turn, you could tell us what your picks are right in this chat that you're adding in, and then we'll just manually add it. We're all good. No, okay, Max. So no, we are. We will just be selecting now, and give you a few days to kind of prep up and make your argument, make your case for why your selections were the were the most impactful things in American history. And then it'll give you some time to go into the starter kit and sort of like edit that little box for your, where you make all your good points. And then I'm still trying to figure out how we're going to do the battles. I'm going to ask again if we can just special have like one Google chat or something, or a conference call. They said you could do a conference call, but I don't know how that goes with 18 people. All right, Caitlin, you're on the clock. A lot of good choices out there. Lots of good ones. I mean, there's one that I'm staring at right now that is, the holy grail, so to speak, of selections. Caitlin, it won't let you edit. See if you have to, what was the trick, Max? Refreshing the document? Because I had to click and say you can edit again, so try to refresh it and see if that works. If not, type your selection right into the chat, and then we'll just add it. We should get Crosby in here. Get him in. Send him the code. Send him the code. All right, let me go back to the document. Holy cow. Caitlin's still on the clock. You've got time. Don't get stressed. He can answer all the class questions for us. You mean Crosby can answer all the class questions? Yeah, I mean he can help in any way. Caitlin, how you doing? Ooh, let me get Cirillo up in. Actually, I'll just get him ready. Laura. She's thinking deeply. This is an important pick. Don't mess it up, Caitlin. Don't mess it up. Oh, Caitlin put it in. Hold on. Military power projection. A brave choice to go to something that is, well, actually, it's not necessarily period 8. I mean, you could use that in any period. That's an interesting pick. I kind of like where you're going with that. And Ben slides in, grabbing the Whiskey Rebellion. You know what? I'll tell you what. That's huge. Hold on. I'm running out of power projection. There we go. I mean, the Whiskey Rebellion was huge. Where is she? There it is. Number 10 seed. Yeah, but look at your opponent. Ben, look at your opponent. But I'm with you, man. Whiskey Rebellion. I mean, that was the first test of our new federal government. Was it supreme? Could you stop people from being like, I'm not paying taxes? The answer, yeah, you could. Especially when you march with 10,000 troops to put down said rebellion. A wily pick. You may be able to make some moves with that, as long as you get past your opponent in the round 1. All right, Alex is on the clock, and he goes with, oh boy, I know where he's going. Neutrality and isolation. Where is she? Where is she? A smart pick from the diplomatic region. I mean, that's, it's similar to Monroe Doctrine. Those things are going to be interesting to go against each other. They're almost like the same kind of idea, but I love it. I mean, if that doesn't, you can apply that to any period. And Amelia on the board, and she goes with, I mean, a power pick, the 19th Amendment. How has that lasted this long? The 2 seed. It's half of humans with the 19th Amendment. Yeah, half of the people are affected by that. I mean, you can go to war. And there's the pick I was talking about. Oscar slides in with religion with the 15th pick. Which could, I mean, if you can make some big time noise with that, Oscar. Because remember, we're going with the idea that that's just religion in general. So, I mean, and Trish comes in with one of my favorites. Marcy, would you like to get in on this commentation? The Gold Rush.
Oh, I love the Gold Rush. San Francisco 49ers.
49ers. See, she knows. Wait, Trish, you're not going Gold Rush? You were typing in Gold Rush. What have you done? Did you change your mind? Let me go check the chats because I'm missing all this stuff. I'll just make sure that you don't say anything mean or nasty to each other. Like that's, I mean, you can say mean and nasty things, just not in mean and nasty language. I'm way back. Oscar stole my thing. I thought you were going Gold Rush, Trish. I already highlighted it on the bracket, and she goes with it. I don't want to put in good choice. I mean, that transforms the country, right? I mean, more than anything. Gets people over there. I think it's a good choice. Don't you worry about that. All right, I'm going to text Mr. Cirillo, see if he wants to get in on this. Any interest in getting in on this live draft commentary? Or are you watching it? Max. Oh my gosh, with the 17th pick, he snags the number 2 seed, Railroads. I mean, I'll tell you what, that might have been the steal so far. Railroads at number 2. I mean, yeah, where are we as a country without railroads? I don't know. Okay, we're at the key turning point here. The first round is done, people, after Kylie makes this pick. Right? So we're moving pretty well now that we know what we're doing. And she goes with the Treaty of Guadalupe Hidalgo. It's my favorite treaty. Did I ever show you guys the clip from the Jimmy Fallon's clip on that? It's hilarious. I'll put a link in. It's really funny. Wait, you are going with that, right? Because you started to type it. Caitlin, that's not nice, even though there's a red heart there. Or does that make it nice? I don't know. Oh, Mr. Schroeder is going to. Can't seem to get into the YouTube live. Let me send him another. If you just go to the link, that link worked, right? I mean, hold on. I'm going to try Cirillo one more time. See if we can get him in here. See if this one works. Hold on. Now I have to reevaluate everything. I forgot how to spell it. Hold on. Where are we? Okay, Kylie, you're back to back. So go ahead and make your second pick and worry about filling out those other columns after. I mean, there's a lot of money ones left. Let me tell Cirillo. Try now. Sent new email. With link. Okay. Kylie's still thinking about what she's going to do with her number 2 selection. Crosby's in. Welcome, Crosby. It's really good to see you. We should have had you draft Crosby. Oh, should have. You know what? This is what we'll do. At the end of the draft, there's going to be, 8 terms left over? So if you want, we can split those. I was going to take all 8, but you take 4, I take 4, and then we battle these chumps and see if we can rock them. Okay. Don't worry, Kylie. We got time. Time is one thing we have. But hurry up. I'm just kidding. Max, you're sitting on number 20. I hope you know where you're going. I mean, looking at this bracket here, I know from the social region, there's one thing I'd go with. Well, there's multiple things, but. What's rioting then, Logie? Oh, Cirillo. Still telling me it takes 24 hours to activate. How do I get? Oh, because I'm showing the. Am I showing the studio? How the heck do I get Cirillo in here? Kylie, you ready for your number 2 pick? See if I can get. He doesn't need to be on the live stream. You don't need to be on that live stream anyway, but do you have access to this document so you can make some commentary? Kylie, I'm going to put a timer on you. Just kidding. It's not an easy choice. It's not an easy choice. Labor movement. That's a huge one. That's good. Just make sure you didn't take it from this. Yeah, okay, you're good, right? Labor movement is economic. Let's find it. A 9 seed? That's a solid one because that is another one that's, stretched over a huge chunk of time. And Max comes in. Ready with popular sovereignty. From the political, I believe, right? Political region? Yep, a 9 seed. Look who it's going up against. Huh? I mean, without popular sovereignty, would there have been a civil war? Yes, there would have, but it might not have happened that quickly. And Trish, right back up with Marshall Plan. That one's huge. And that one is another one from period 8. So bold move, Trish, but it's just barely in period 8. It's right after World War II. So you should be good. I mean, it is the thing we use to rebuild Europe so that it wouldn't turn communist. So that's a huge one. You can definitely pull that into essays and everything too, because it's, even though it's in period 8, you could be applied all over the place. I mean, when was before then? When was really the first we would give aid to other countries, right? And that wasn't something we did. Oscar on the clock. What do we got, Oski? What do we got left here, Oscar? Statecraft. Ava, Statecraft took a back seat. It's just too impossible to play without being in person, if that makes sense. Even though it's fully digital and online, you need to be in person. More, your computer died? There's this thing you can do. It's plug it in, and then it doesn't die on you. Just saying. Oh, StarCraft. StarCraft, not Statecraft. I mean, that's a solid game. It's not my bag, but of course, I am playing PlayStation 3 Madden 25. So who am I to say? We should have given Alex the Marshall Plan. You're right. Oh, wait a minute. Oscar has made his pick. He's gone with 14, and that is taxes. I mean, it's a major one. You can go a lot of places with that. Taxes when? Taxes then? See, there's no time frame on that one. That's a money one. And Amelia. How is that one still sitting there at number 23? I don't know. How is it still sitting there at 23? Rise of Big Business. I mean, where the heck is it? There it is. Straight up against Oscar, back-to-back battles. You know who you're facing round 1. Oscar, that's a toughie. That's a toughie. Amelia, that's a savvy pick right there. You know who that is? That's we're going to call that the Tom Brady. Anytime someone makes a move like that, it's Tom Brady. And that's all we're going to say about Tom Brady because I'm still trying to process what's happened with Tom Brady. Can you see my comments? Is that what you're talking about? Oh, is Cirillo making comments? Oh, Cirillo is making comments. Oh, nice. Did you guys see that, by the way? On the Tournament of America draft, he's making comments on the selections. So take a look. That's pretty good. No, I just noticed those now. That's cool. Let me know if you want to do a live one. I can put you on speaker. Just let me know. Just call me or whatever. Thank you, by the way. You're really going above and beyond the Call of Duty. And I love you for it. All right. What do we do for the last column? Kylie. You mean like on the document here? Oh, you're just putting in whoever your opponent would be. But like if you can't find that right now, that's okay. We're still wait a minute. We got like 5 picks that have gone through. Alex goes with the 2-party system. A solid choice. Because that's been our political system for the entire time, with a few bouts of, third parties here and there, but that's pretty much it. Ben snagging the War of 1812. I mean, some call that the Second Revolutionary War. Getting kicked around by Britain, and we finally stand up to the bully. Technically, we lost the war, but not really. You know what I mean? Reaganomics by Caitlin. Again, going with a period 9. No, sorry, period 8. No, that's 9. That's a 9er. Going with a period 9 selection, which is a pretty bold move, but a solid choice. Wyatt with Cold War containment. I like that one a lot. I mean, that basically, again, that's a period 8 term, but it's a solid one. I mean, that drove our entire foreign policy for like 50 years. So, Cold War containment, number 4 seed, great pick. Chloe takes laissez-faire at number 28. How does that stick around? That's a 3 seed? Where is it? Laissez-faire. Can't find it. It's a political one. That's why. Did I make that a political one? Laissez-faire? Oh, it is. Okay. Hey, that's fine too. Solid choice. I mean, that was our basic mantra for most of the time, right? Hands off, right? The business of America is business. Good one. Kevin sneaks in sectionalism at number 29. I like it. I like it a lot. In the political region, that will face off against popular sovereignty. And what's good about those is they're super related. I mean, sectionalism is huge. Some could argue it's still a thing. And it certainly did lead to the Civil War. Or at least the causes that would cause the Civil War, All right, we're looking good here. We're at Daniel with number 30 pick. How we doing? Are there any issues? I'm kind of looking at the chat. I'm flipping back and forth between the chat and all that. I only make bold moves. That's good. Nice. Mora talking some junk. I like it. Yeah, I don't think you can say swag. Swag's not a thing anymore. Mr. Cirillo is calling. Mr. Cirillo. I'm well. Would you like to give some commentary? Hold on. I got to put you on speaker. See if this is working. I'm going to have the kids see. Hold on. Speaker. All right, start talking, and kids in the chat, see if you can hear him. Go ahead.
All right. Well, this is Mr. Cirillo, and I'm taking a look at how this is unfolding here. We got some really interesting picks. We got some good picks. I don't see how slavery has any, or consumer economy has any business going up against slavery. But Louisiana Purchase, strong pick.
Yep.
You got Monroe Doctrine, so that's a number 1 pick.
That was Monroe Doctrine was a no. Where the heck did that go? Monroe Doctrine. What number was that? I'm trying to select.
Number 5?
Yeah, that's a first round pick. Number 5 overall.
I think that's a little high. What do you think, Mr. LeBoy?
It might be high, unless Logan might have a plan of attack with that one. Probably thinking of the, larger picture of isolationism or whatever. But yeah, I mean, it's a risky move, a bold move by Logan at number 5, I think.
Bold. You got number 8, natural resources versus monetary policy.
Yeah,
monetary policy is not glamorous, but
it's not.
Neither is natural resources. That's going to be an interesting matchup.
It's fundamental, though, isn't it? I mean, without iron and coal, what does Andrew Carnegie do?
This is true.
You know what I'm saying?
True. Maybe we don't become the country that we did without those natural resources.
We'd have to buy those from other people.
Right now, my sleeper is the Homestead Act, up at number 4.
Yeah.
Going up against immigration.
Yes.
Two common threads: westward expansion and people coming into the country.
They are linked. They are linked.
Um,
What's your best latest pick? You know what I mean? Like right now, the steal of the draft. What's the steal of the draft right now? We're at pick 29. What's the steal of the draft?
The steal of the draft.
You know what I mean?
I know. I'm looking.
I mean, I think I see the one right here. I think there's no question I know. I think number 23, Amelia, going with Rise of Big Business with the 23rd pick.
That's a good one.
Do you know what I mean? I mean, that's a whole unit. It's almost a whole period. I don't know.
Would you say that only applies to the second half of U.S. history, really?
Well, I would actually argue that it is the hinge. Okay, look at the visual. It's the hinge of the two periods. You know what I mean? The first agricultural period, and then boop, 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 switching over to an industrial modern country. I mean, I don't know. At number 23, that might be my steal.
I see where you're going with that.
Although Daniel may have just changed my mind with the number 30 pick.
Yeah. How does the number 30 pick, the new deal, how does that get to 30?
How does that get to 30? That's a good question. But smartly, Dan snags it. I mean, that's the number 1 seed. Where? Where is it? What the heck bracket is it in? I can't find it.
It must be
economic. There it is. My staple was covering it. Yeah, economic. There she is. You know what it's going up against? Interchangeable parts.
Wow.
I mean, talk about an easy first round battle.
Wow.
Yeah, good stuff. Good stuff.
I like the number 29 pick. I liked the sectionalism,
I know.
I mean, yeah, that's even after the Civil War, that still doesn't go away. We still got sectionalism today.
I think we have maybe just as significant. Instead of sectionalism, it's almost like what do you even call it? It's not really sections. It's like urban versus rural. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
I don't know. Well, and that's on the clock at 31. Well, I love this. Thanks for chiming in. Keep your comments coming on that column chart, and then we'll bring you back in if you want for like towards the end. We'll kind of see if there's any late round steals. What do you think about that?
Yeah, no, I'll come back. How long is this going to go on for?
I don't know. I mean, so far we're cruising. Annette's on the clock. She's ready to go. She already typed the number sign.
So they can hear our comments?
Yeah, they're yes, they can.
But they can't talk.
No, they're commenting on the live chat.
Okay, all right.
Somebody say something to Cirillo, and I'll tell him what you say. Keep it nice.
Something about how witty, and
yes,
clever.
Yeah, there's a lot of great and healthy smack talk going on about who's going to win the battles.
Wow.
So I do like that. Ava says, "Happy birthday, Cirillo."
Oh, okay.
Which is an early wish, but
that's a little early, but I will have one. Yes.
Alex says, "We love you, Cirillo," and Caitlin said, "You are awesome."
Wow. All right. Hey, I feel the love.
I mean, I kind of paraphrased what Caitlin said, but it basically was, you're awesome.
Yeah, right.
Okay.
All right, I'll sign off, and maybe I'll hook up a little bit later with you guys.
Thank you very much, Mr. Cirillo.
All right, over and out.
Bye. All right. Strong words from Cirillo right there. Okay, and Annette comes in with a solid choice, a sneaky pick with the protective tariffs. Let me cross that guy off. Sneaky pick. Where she fall in a 7 seed against the Gold Rush? That will be a battle that I will tune in for. Protective tariffs versus Gold Rush. That's a tough one. The old 7-10. You know, that's a hard. Who knows who's going to win those? Even the experts can't predict. Logan's chiming in. What's he got? Progressivism. Oh, I mean, I'll tell you what. The pick of progressivism, where is she? Number 10? Not a bad pick. I mean, it was a change in thinking, like a whole thinking change, right? And you're going up against a toughie, though. Look who you're going up against, Logan. As you're typing it, think about it. Yeah, that's a big one. That's a big one. Michaela, government regulation, is this where she's doing? Yes, it is. The number 11 pick. And your opponent is none other than Marbury versus Madison. I wonder what would happen if progressivism and government regulation went against each other, only because they are linked a little bit. That'll be interesting to see. A good choice there at number 11, though, or number 33, I should say. Moore is on the clock. No pressure, Moore. No pressure. She's ready. And she's going for a 14 seed. The underdog, there it is. Homestead Act is taken. I believe that's a political. Is that political? Stupid political? No, social or economic. There it is on the social. This will be a battle. Homestead Act versus immigration. I mean, I'm a huge fan of the Homestead Act. It, got people to move west. It was like this. If Thomas Jefferson could see the Homestead Act, he would do cartwheels, right? They perpetuated the idea of this country as an American farmers. What better way to perpetuate that than to say, here's 160 acres of free land. A smart choice. You got to get through immigration, though. Or no. Yeah. Yep. Luke back on the clock. I don't think I'm going to bald twin Amelia. Now that I think of it, I should keep this while I can. Where are we here? Oh, Luke. I'll tell you what. Now that is a good pick, Luke, because what you just selected spans 4 periods, right? The radio comes in around the 1920s-ish, and the TV comes in the 50s. The internet comes in the 80s, 90s, more like the 90s. That is a smart pick. And each one of them did tremendous things to help unify the country. I don't want to give you too much on that. Oh, and Ava comes in. What did she pick at numbers? The stock market, yeah. Again, another term that is universally applied. It's not specific to a certain time, so that's a good way to look at some of these picks here, right? You want versatility, Like the Patriots this year, they drafted 3 defensive players that can play safety, edge rusher, middle linebacker. It's called versatility, and that's what that gives you. And she follows it up with one of the most significant political battles this country has ever had, Federalists versus Anti-Federalists. In fact, you could argue that battle still going on. That lasts to number 37, the 4th seed. Cirillo better chime in on that. Give me a comment on that one. That's a great pick. Luke back on the clock. How we doing for time here? What do we got? Oh, we're closing in. This is going not too badly. We're at 52 minutes. Okay. I thought we'd be about an hour and change, and that's about an hour and change. Luke's thinking about it. He's thinking about it. Some of these picks left. Oh my God, I'm staring at one right now. I'm staring at one. That wasn't it, but I'm staring at one. A good pick, though. Populism, number 14, battling laissez-faire. It's a good pick. Right? Rise of the voice of like the farmer and the average person. And that's what populism is, you know? What does the average American want? You know, they want like access to more money. You know, they want that greenbacks. They want paper money. They want cheap money. They want control over private industry if they can, you know? Why should some guy be able to charge me an arm and a leg for electrical power? I should, you know, that should be publicly owned and shared with all. It's a good pick. But I'm looking at one right here that, I mean, huge. It's still out there. Every region, by the way, still has some money picks left. Money picks. I mean, look at this one in the diplomatic region. Look at this one right here in the economic region. I mean, how is that one not taken yet? And there's only a couple left on that one. And Mora is going with consumer economy. Right? The backbone of the American economy is consumerism, right? Buying stuff, you know? And if you don't have the money for it, use credit. That seems to work out well for everyone. That's a great pick at number 39, consumer economy. All right, Michaela's on the clock. What do we got going on here? Are you guys still in on the live chat? Somebody give me a little assessment. Is this going okay? Everyone's feeling good about this? Or are you spending too much time just chatting? I like it, though. I've missed a lot of stuff along this chat, but this is going lovely. It's going good. I don't know what that stands for. It's going slow. Yeah, Oscar. I mean, fairly slow. Michaela's on the clock. Who's racist? And she's ready to type, or at least I thought she was. It's a tough pick. So we haven't even needed a timer because mostly this is going pretty well. Quick, I should say. Slow for Oscar, but that's all right. Well, you can see, look at people are getting their little number signs ready because they're ready to make their pick. That'll save a half a second. Are we in the last round here? 40. Where are we? Are we in the last round? Yeah, we are. We are in the last round. That's right. Ava was the first pick in the last round in this one, right? So this is your last pick. Make sure it's a good one. All right, let's change the conversation to something good. Hey, did anybody try the recipes I posted? Did you try them? You try the pulled pork? Try the pulled pork if you haven't tried the pulled pork. Caitlin, anyone can cook. You don't even, it's not even cooking. You use a crock pot. You just put stuff in and turn the knob. No cooking. You can do it. When in doubt, throw things into a crock pot and turn it on. Don't ever microwave an egg. That's something you can't do. I will not allow that. Follow my recipe, Caitlin, and you can, in fact, produce the best pulled pork. There's nothing to it. But I will not be responsible if she does, in fact, burn her house down. I won't. All right, second thought, don't try to cook, okay? Oh, we've got action here. Wait a minute. Interchangeable parts. Michaela goes with the 16 seed in the economics region. This is an underdog. You could really find some, the American manufacturing doesn't pick up, okay, until interchangeable parts becomes a thing. You know what I mean? So you can go some places with that. And Logan, with the 41 pick, the automobile and highways goes off the board. That could be a major steal right there. Transformative to American culture. The way we live, the way we do business, that's huge. And Annette follows it up with possibly one of the most calamitous decisions in world history, and that is the Treaty of Versailles. That's a smart pick. Coming in at number 42. We can go some places with that. Without that, does World War II even happen? Without World War II, does the United States become the power it is? You can go a lot of places with that. It's a smart pick right there, number 42. Hold on, I'm gonna have to call her back. Like my phone ring, by the way. 10 points if you can say where that's from. I know it's ringing, but because I'm in the middle of such an important thing, I'm going to let it go to voicemail. That's how much it. Yes, Oscar, plus 10 points on something. Who's on the Daniel's still on the clock here, looking to come home strong. Remember, you can't pick from the same region, guys. So you're gonna have to go to another place. What's it? The economic region. There's only 3 left. The diplomatic region, the political region seems to have the most available, and there's some good ones in there. Hi, Latanya. I'm just doing my draft. It's going really good. I will call you as soon as I'm done. Thanks for reaching out. International aid goes with Daniel. Where is that? That's in the diplomatic region for sure. International aid. Where is it? It's a big one. When do we start it? Why do we do it? A lot of that stuff you might find more in period 8 and 9 than you would in earlier periods, but you can still work with it. Kevin comes in with the old Treaty of Paris, 1898, which ends the Spanish-American War. Big giant turning point for sure. And Chloe wants the UN, NATO, and alliances. That's a big one, especially the UN feature. Again, those are mostly period 8 and 9 things, but those can work for sure. Wyatt? Nice, Wyatt. I was waiting for that one. Wartime mobilization. Nothing helps a stagnant economy more than war. Am I right? Caitlin, how does Reconstruction remain? Yeah, it's there. With number 47. A savvy pick right there. A savvy pick. That could easily be one of the steals. I like Reconstruction on that. I mean, it is a 15 seed. It is going against a two-party system. But I can see that guy sneaking through. Transformative time. Did it work? Did it leave any lasting legacies? I think there's a few things you could use for that. Smart pick. Ben is on the clock. What will Ben do? We're down to our last few guys. This is gonna be over. I'm glad you guys are liking the chat. Even though I haven't been reading much of it, I hope you guys have been appropriate up in here. There. Go back to this. Ben's thinking hard about his last pick. You want to do any commentary? All right. I try to get my boy to come on and do some commentary, but he chooses not to. Oh, and Ben goes with a huge pick at 48. The election of 1800? I mean, huge. Yeah, people picked World War II stuff. You love World War II. If you picked anything World War II related, you have the seal of approval of this guy over here. Want to come in and say hello? Come in and say hello. Just come in and wave.
Hi there.
This is the man right here. Okay, he approves of World War II selections. You know, I'll tell you what. I think Cirillo will agree. The 47 and 48 picks, huge sleepers. Huge sleepers. I mean, these are all good picks. Don't get me wrong. That's why they're in the brackets, right? They're all good picks, but some of them stand out. Alex on the board. No pressure. Unfortunately, the Marshall Plan is taken. I want to meet the basketball legend. That's funny. That's funny. You just did. All right, Alex, if you can't type in the last pick it says was made was the 37th. No, that's incorrect. All right, you want us to hook you up with some assistance? Tell us who you want, and then we'll say if it was taken, because you're about 11 picks behind. So who would you want to take, and we'll say if it's gone already. How has it been, by the way? Like, give me some feedback about like the switching in between and being able to hear the chat, the live stream, and all this. Has this been like doable? Digital age. That one's not taken. You're going deep. You're going to period 9. I like it. It is transformative. You're living it. Live stream helps. All right, who's next? Who's next? Who's next? Do we type in digital age for Alex? I'll pop it in there for him. Digital age. Somebody can go in and fill out all this other nonsense. Amelia. Are you going with NAFTA? Which is another, yeah, NAFTA and WTO. That's a big one. That one's like a period 9er. That's like the 90s. That's all good though. NAFTA doesn't even exist anymore. That's recent. All right, we have 4 picks left. Oscar, Trish, Max, and Kylie to close it out with. They call this last pick, by the way, Mr. Irrelevant, which even though there's 8 more terms, or right? No, 10 more terms. Even though there's 10 more terms, we'll call number 54 Mr. Irrelevant. All right, that's good. That's working for you. Oscar, I think populism was taken. I think populism went down already. Yeah. Didn't populism go in the... Yeah, Luke took populism at number 38. Good choice, though. That would have been a steal at 51. There's a couple huge ones left. I mean, there's one still sitting there. Unless I did cross it out, that I would... I mean, it's whoever comes away with this pick is the steal of the draft. This is what I'll say. There's one term out there that I can see that at this point will be the steal of the draft. If it's taken now, will be the steal of the draft. Oh my God, there's another one? There's at least 2 or 3, but one in particular I'm looking at. I can't believe she's still there. Can't believe it. Can't believe it. Oscar's still thinking. He's trying to decide what term is he talking about. One of you 4 is going to end up with it. And if you don't, that goes to me. Or Crosby if he wants to partake. Oscar, how we doing? I can't find any that aren't taken. I got a bunch of them. There's multiple in the social region. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's 7 in the social region. There's 1 left in the economic region. There's 2 left in the diplomatic region. And there's 1, 2, 3, 4 left in the political region. Unless I'm crazy, those are what we have left. Oh, if you're filled with social, then how about there's 1 economic one left, but there's diplomatic ones left. And there's political ones left. You gotta, which region do you need? That's the question. Let's take a look here, Oscar. You took what'd you take? You took an economic one. And what was your second one? Where are you? Second one, Oscar. Where's your second one? Oh, you took a social and you took an economic. So you can go political or diplomatic on this one. You can go political or diplomatic. Good point, Maura. How does she not pick the rock and roll one? Come on, Amelia. Is that still out there? It is. Does she still have a pick left to snag it? She does not. She does not. He's back in. I told them about your basketball skills. That's why they were like, "I want to meet the basketball pro."
What?
Remember when like you were shooting at the wrong target? When you were shooting, you were looking at the wrong thing. You were looking at the backboard and not the back of the rim.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Oscar's still on the clock, buddy. 4 picks left, man. You got to pick a diplomatic or a political. I mean, really, your best bet is to go with the political one because there's more options there. He does have a gray hoodie, Luke. That's, you know what that says, don't you? Penn State. Let's go.
Yes, let's go Penn State.
We're supposed to go to a Penn State Ohio State game this fall. We'll see if that happens. Can I just get a random? I mean, it's hard for me to pick one for you. Noah, pick one off of this for Oscar. One that's not highlighted.
Let's go with that one.
He just gave you it. He just gave you the sleeper, Oscar. Oh, wait, he just picked one. Did you want that? No, Marbury was already taken, right? Well, this is the one he pointed to. And I hope this doesn't ruin anyone's day, but oops. This is the one he pointed to, so this is what you get. I'm going to go like this. He just gave it to you. And I gave him no, he just pointed to it. Okay.
When you told me about
The
it,
pick of the draft.
didn't you talk about that yesterday
I did.
with segregation?
I did. We took a walk through the West Hartford Reservoir, and I gave them all history lessons as we were going.
It was great.
It was great.
We learned about the Vietnam War, Korean War, World War II, World War One, Mexican War, War of 1812. All of those.
It was a full lesson. 4 miles, 7 lessons. Wait, 6 lessons. You're welcome, Oscar. Don't mess it up. All right, Trish, you're on. And then Max, and then Kylie, and then you're free for the day. I'm thinking, so today's Thursday. Let me give it a minute, and I'll figure out when we should have these guys in for. So we have enough time to do our battles, and you have enough time to do a little of your, light research on these 3 things and fill in the boxes. So our battles are ready. All right. So I'll try to think of a fair amount of time. Love to have that ready as soon as possible. Because the tournament itself will take some time. Little Lavoy going to be a history teacher? What do you think? You're going to be a history teacher?
I want to be on those history shows that the people who talk about.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to be like that.
You'd be like the experts they go to and be like, well, here's what I think about the. Yeah. I'm liking it. Make sure Cirillo comes back. Okay, yeah, I'll call him up. Thanks, buddy.
Bye.
I'll bring Cirillo back in for a final commentation of what he saw in the end.
Hello.
Mr. Cirillo,
Yes, sir.
you are live.
Oh boy.
Do you have the doc open?
I do. I haven't looked at it in a while. I was doing some things.
All right, but you missed. We're at the tail end here now. We have 3 selections left.
Okay.
All right, 3 selections left. Why don't you go ahead and just take a look? I think you left around. Your last comment was on pick number 30, the New Deal.
Yes. Yes.
So I would say jump on in.
Oh wow! Radio, TV, and the internet.
Yeah.
Wow.
Can you guys hear Cirillo? Okay.
That's a good one. There's no seed on that. Do you know what seed that is?
The radio, TV, internet.
Yeah.
Luke's gonna pop that in for us, but
Okay.
it is a 5 seed.
Wow.
It's
And that's at 35, huh?
and look at his opponent. He should wipe the floor with that, don't you think?
That should be no problem right there.
Wiping the floor. No one selected that one, Mono.
Radio, TV, and the internet. Wow. That could be a top 10.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'd say that's a good steal.
Right? I mean, it spans multiple time periods. I mean,
Yep.
you know what I mean?
Let's see.
What do you think? What do you think? What do you think? I mean, I see a couple pretty major ones here that went down. There's only 3 picks left: Trish, Max, and Kylie.
Reconstruction, huh? Reconstruction was a 15.
Right?
Wow.
Yeah, but it's the 47th pick.
Yeah.
How does that last?
I don't know.
47
I don't know.
picks.
I'd say that's a big one too.
I mean, you could think of like major items that come out of that are stand the test of time.
The digital age, and that's separate from the internet and TV. And okay.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, maybe it's the same. This is a, you know, we might be like, yeah, no, but for now, Alex went with the digital age. A bold move considering period 9 is you know, we did not cover period 9.
Right.
But
they grew up with it, so.
But they did, yeah, they did. And Trish she's making her pick. That was taken, Trish.
2-party system is taken.
That was taken. Yeah. But there are Brown versus Board of Ed was taken. We got 1, 2, 3 left in the political region. Okay. If you need one from the political region, you've got New Conservatism, Spoil System, Plessy versus Ferguson.
Yeah, 2-party system was taken pretty high.
Yeah, that's up there. Yeah. And Trish goes with. Oh, I thought she was typing in there. I mean, look at the election of 1800 sneaking in at 48. What are your thoughts about that?
Election of 1800. I mean, that sets the stage for, you know, the next 200 years of how elections are going to go.
Peaceful transfer of power, you know. All
Pretty
that stuff.
big.
And Trish goes with Plessy. A smart choice, I think. I mean, that's a pretty. I mean, the start of segregation that lasts to 52. Notice that pick 51 and 52. Dealing with segregation that lasts. They almost don't get drafted. That almost goes to me. Those two.
Yeah.
That would have been. I would have wiped the floor with you people. And I mean that in the nicest possible way.
The problem, the Brown versus Board of Ed can also be part of the civil rights, which is up there, and Plessy versus Ferguson. I mean, you could talk about Reconstruction, and yeah, you know, there's a lot of overlap here. Which is good.
Yeah, you want connections. Native American Affairs, by the way, selected by Max, sneaks in there at number 53.
And that's a 4. That's ranked 4.
That's more my own bias.
Oh, okay.
You know how I feel about that.
I do. I think 4 is a little high because, I mean,
you're wrong, but I like your opinion. I think you can. Just kidding. No, it's a bold strategy.
And that's going up against rock and roll and the counterculture. I do remember a debate in your room
which, by the way, has not been selected.
It hasn't been selected. Remember when you guys did the 10 events that changed the world? And wasn't Elvis appearing on Ed Sullivan or something?
Yeah, we were just chatting about it. Like they were like, I can't believe Amelia didn't take rock, roll, and the counterculture because there was a huge battle over.
I remember that. Yeah.
Yeah, but no, still on the board unless Kylie goes nuts here with the last pick in the draft. If not, that falls to me. Where will Kylie go? Any other late round steals from pick 30 onward, Mr. Cirillo?
I like number 41 with the automobile.
Yep.
And highways.
Yep.
I think that's a strong pick.
Yep.
Let's see. You can go far with interchangeable parts. I mean,
It's a sneaky good one.
it's a sneaky good one.
But look what its opponent is in round one. I mean,
It's tough to go up against the New Deal.
Right.
I'm a little biased against World War I and the Treaty of Versailles, but
against
you
it,
can't-
meaning it's no good.
I just no, it's a good pick. It does change our policy in the way. It's
You don't like it. You don't like the sound. You don't like the feel of it,
a disaster of an event. You know what I mean?
which could be the reason why it would win.
Yeah, exactly. It's like making Hitler Man of the Year, right?
It is. It is.
She goes with rock and roll culture.
A smart pick for Kylie to wrap this draft up. I mean, that's you got to that one had to have gone, but it lasted all. I mean, it was a chapter in the 10 greatest events, yet it falls to 54.
Yeah.
Explain that. You can't.
Yeah, I can't.
You can't.
I thought Gold Rush would go higher because of
Yeah,
your influence on that.
I know. It did though. I mean, Gold Rush was the top. Where was Gold Rush? That was pretty. It's a 16th pick. It's a
16
It's
pick.
a first rounder. 18 picks in a round. That's a late first round selection. Let's look at
Taxes, huh?
Yeah,
That's
taxes.
interesting. Is that tariff?
no.
because protective tariffs are different.
Yeah, they are. Taxes
So-
are.
Like income tax or the income tax or what are we talking about?
Yep, and you can. I mean, this is American history. So if you wanted to get crazy, you know where you could link that up to. The Revolution.
The revolution.
Okay. All right. Let's look at some of the undrafted ones, Mr. Cirillo. We've got suburbanization and the GI Bill. What do you think about that?
I think that's a strong one. That probably should have gotten selected.
Not selected. Not selected. What are the wartime migrations, Mr. Cirillo? Not selected.
Oh, so that's any wartime migration?
Yeah, you'll notice we have wartime mobilization, but this is wartime migrations.
Wow. I mean, that changes the demographics in the country.
Big time, right? Philanthropy and charity. I mean, I wouldn't have touched that with a 10-foot pole, so that did not get drafted either.
I definitely would not have touched that now.
Although, Andrew Carnegie, I mean, come on, you know what I mean?
It's-
He gave away some dough.
I don't see it as a big thread in American history, you know?
I mean, who's that guy? It's not going to beat radio, TV, and internet, that's for sure.
No.
All right. Another undrafted one is Harlem Renaissance.
Oh,
Not
okay.
taken. Was it too
Okay.
short-lived? Was it too short-lived?
I think it might be narrow. I think that might be a little too narrow to argue the significance. It was short-lived, right?
I
And,
got one that's not short-lived that was also not selected, Mr. Cirillo. It is something we didn't study though, so I'll give him the benefit of the doubt, and that is the Great Society.
Oh, okay.
All right, which we didn't go over that. How were they supposed to know how important that one was?
So let me ask this: was Reaganomics selected?
It was.
Reaganomics selected at number 26, sort of the anti-Great Society, right?
Yes, the complete opposite almost.
Which is interesting.
Yep. Monetary policy not selected. We're talking like gold, silver, paper
Yeah.
money, all that.
Can you hear me sleeping right now?
Yeah, it's already, it's a snoozer. It's a snoozer. The only thing from the diplomatic region not taken was nuclear arms treaties.
Okay.
But again,
All right.
that's period, 8 and 9 stuff that we didn't really cover. So, the war on terror also not taken from that.
Yeah, again, hard to see the impact yet,
Right. It's a living thing. It's still occurring.
Or as someone wrote up at the top, the war of terror.
The war of terror. It is terrorizing, yeah. And then the final two not taken from the political region, new conservatism. I hate that. I hate that one anyway. I would never. But here's one that would have been a pretty interesting one. The spoils system, not draft.
Yeah, isn't that kind of, again, very selective period,
It is. So what we're going to find out in this draft, and hopefully, do we still have people watching? I haven't looked at the stream. Are we still? I think we're all still here. All right. Well, if we haven't bored you guys to death, one of the things that we're going to find out, as you guys are the guinea pigs, should we have more specific terms so there's no overlap, or are the broader general terms better so that there is overlap? And we'll find that out as we battle. Okay, everybody. Thank you, Mr. Cirillo, for your assistance and your participation. You've been.
It's been my pleasure. Good luck with your battle. I'd like to see the results.
Yeah, awesome. I love your comment. Can the Whiskey Rebellion defeat God? Amazing.
That was good.
It was good. All right, so keep those coming if you feel like it, and otherwise, enjoy your day.
All right, you too. As well.
Okay. Yep. All right, everybody. Just so that you can get back, and we've already taken an hour and a half of your life. That will conclude the live stream of the Spring 2020 Tournament of America draft. Thank you to everyone here. I've got another phone call I've actually got to get. Perfect. So I'm going to go ahead and X out of this, and we'll see you guys later. Thanks.